Hello and welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod, and we're looking at day 3,885. Got a few rewards coming up here in a row, more importantly that 3887, look at the heroic 10 pack. I know we've had them before, but I just always like getting a heroic 10 pack. I feel like those are kind of like a little juicy. There's a lot of shards you can get out of those, you know? Those are worth it. Anyways. So May Parker's been here for a while, but we're not here for her. We're here to talk about... Hey John, how's it going, buddy? We're here for the Crash of the Titans. And before I jump into it, I just want to say I have a new router in the house. I just installed it a couple days ago. It's been running beautifully. I've had the best connection rates and best Wi-Fi, best hardlined internet. Everything in my house has been beautiful. So I shouldn't have any more problems with connection issues. Knock on all the wood I can find. There we go. So, should be good. Yay! Next up is the computer I keep talking and teasing about. I got a friend who's a big IT junkie that I like to think I know a little bit about tech, but he's a big techie. So I'm going to go do some online shopping with him. He's going to help me piece it together. We might actually build it ourselves, and then we'll get down to actually, I don't know, streaming some other stuff too. Ooh. Okay. What's up, Mark? How's it going, buddy? Good to see you and all your full gobbledygook. Here we go. Crashes of the Titan. It is a plural one today. We got, or this week, I should say. We have Stream the Build. That's, Stream the Build. I need the computer to stream it though, don't I? I mean, I guess I have this laptop I'm running on the side. And hopefully I would have the webcam by then. I mean, I guess it's theoretically possible. But one of the reasons I wanted the new computer was to stream stuff, period. But I guess that's possible. I'll take it under advisement. It's all good, man. Okay, first up, we got Ant-Man. You know what's ironic here? Besides the fact that Ant-Man's cheating, Scott Lang, 555. I see you. Anyways, just got done showing my my 8-year-old the Ant-Man 2. We've been watching all the Marvel movies, well, the MCU movies, in timeline order. So we just got done with Ant-Man 2 tonight. So the next one starts Infinity War. Ooh. Anyways, so Ant-Man, when 4-star Ant-Man came out in MPQ, he was not meta. He still isn't meta. He hasn't been meta. That's awesome, John. Keep that up. It's really fun to go through them together like that. But the one thing Ant-Man did do when he came into the game is he brought a little more attention to special tiles, like attack tiles, strike tiles, stuff like that. He also brought in more thievery into the game, which makes sense for him, right? His blue, being small-time crooks, puts out a repeater of sorts, so at every turn it actually goes out and steals up to three if it's level 5 opponent's tiles. So it has to be strike attacks or protects, but it'll steal them and make them yours. At lower levels it steals less amount of tiles, obviously. His yellow is not to be missed at all. It is his most expensive one, but Ants is probably his most damaging ability next to Grow, but we'll get to that in a minute. Ants makes a couple of tiles out there that act as, well, repeaters of sorts, doing damage every turn, and then after a few turns they turn into strike tiles. Pretty beefy strike tiles, I might add. Finally, his purple is Pin Particles, which puts out a trap tile that, as long as it exists, I shouldn't say trap tile, that's so old. I should probably retcon some of my stuff, but let me explain. It used to be a trap tile. The small-time crooks used to be like a countdown. The Ants used to be their own countdowns. But recently he got a rework where all of them turn into, dare I say, Wasp tiles. Those swarm tiles? Yeah, swarm tiles. Thank you, John. I couldn't think of the name of it. So instead of it being just regular old traps and countdowns, he has special tiles that go along with the Wasp, whether it's 5-star or 4-star, and they can work better as a team now. Anyways, so Pin Particles puts out a purple Pin Particle swarm tile that basically every turn it makes I'm going to say it's 3 attack tiles on purple tiles. It just basically over time he's going to flood the board with these attack tiles, which is basically representing, like, you know, a bunch of ants picking away at you. Now, while his Pin Particles is active or his Small Time Crooks is active, those blue and purple, it turns those abilities into Grow. And if you cast his purple or his blue while the other one is active, he will grow giant again from being tiny and hence do a ton of damage, like a big nuke. He sounds like he's extra powerful. It sounds like he has like a lot of things up his sleeve. But the thing about Ant-Man is he requires AP. And nowadays, no one cares about that, right? Everyone loves the passives. So it's all there is to it, is just don't let him get the AP and he's no threat to you. What's that, John? Don't like the Swarm retcon ruined 4-star Wasp, I feel. Really? Is that how you feel? Let's get into that. So, because of what you stated here, we get to go through 4-star Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, and honestly, I think it improved her in many ways. But you know what? There is one thing I will note for the change. Let's go through it. 4-star Wasp came in much later than Ant-Man. It was, you know, because of the movies, but it's just, that's how it is, right, in this game. Let's start with her cream of the crop. The blue one is that buzzing sound. It is probably her best reason that she exists here. This passive says, at the start of your turn, if you have at least 6 blue, you create a random 1-turn countdown tile that steals 2 AP and creates a locked swarm tile of its color. And you get up to 4 tiles of those. If an enemy matches that countdown tile, instead stings the target for a giant chunk of damage. Now, in other words, you're not getting that AP steal out of it, but you're getting a ton of damage. And, well, since you still have at least 6 blue AP, right? She's just going to make a new one next turn. Don't spend the AP if you have 6, or well, don't spend it below 6. How about that? That's a good way to say it. Now, that's the best reason to use Wasp right there. But if we had to do runner-up reasons, Tactical Intuition. For 5 yellow, pretty darn cheap, she converts all friendly strikes to protects, and vice versa. And that's not just all she does, though. She also empowers them by a giant amount. Look at that. At this level, it's 546. That's a great amount to empower them by. If no such tiles exist, create a big old strength 546 red strike and protect tile. So you get a couple just for playing her game. For each swarm tile on the board, increase the values by 50%, then remove the swarm tiles. Now, in the old version, she didn't have that little bit at the end. She didn't do extra if there were swarm tiles and then remove them. It was just plain old create if you don't have any, but if you do have some, swap their values and empower them. That was it. What's that, John? You thought swarms complicated the mechanic? No. They just added on, honestly. I don't see any extra complication. If anything, it looks more complicated because they added more text, and a lot of people don't like that. And I can't fault you for for what you like in a video game, but it is what it is. It doesn't work any different. Now, Wasp Sting is really good, but I keep it at 3 because I think the other 2 are more important. Don't say that, John. Wasp Sting for 7 black. Okay. Wasp channels or blah, blah, blah. Deals damage. That's a nuke, okay? And it does more damage than it used to do. If her team has at least 8 blue, so 2 more than her blue passive requires, keep that in mind, she stuns the target for 3 turns. In other words, do you remember how, like, 3-star Falcon was? He's like, oh, if you have at least 5 blue AP, I'm gonna do this thing for you every turn. I'm gonna put up my bird, and he's gonna overwrite tiles for you. It's the same idea with Wasp. Just keep a bunch of blue on hand and let her work. She works astoundingly well with people with countdown tile fun, though. Like, use this ability, that buzzing sound that creates a 1-turn countdown every turn with 4-star Miss Marvel, who says whenever a countdown hits 0, she empowers all friendly tiles, or what was it, up to 3 friendly tiles? I think it's up to 3 friendly tiles, but by a stupidly large amount. Yeah, or you can use her with Drax, who does a big nuke of damage every time a countdown hits 0. Or you can use her with Coulson to build free AP. Since she's giving you a free countdown every turn, she is a really devastating 4-star character to use if you get the 6 blue and if you know what you're doing. She's not someone you just throw together and win like Polaris. Anyways. What was that? Never really, was that Mark? Never really played with either of them, but prefer Wasp or Ant-Man. That's an easy win. Wasp is better than Ant-Man in this, that's for sure. 2004 Wasp, Medusa, Captain Marvel is awesome. This is true. Nothing wrong there. Yeah, I never use Ant-Man. Yeah, no. Ant-Man, no. Very niche, and that's being polite. Not that he's bad, but now for support-wise, you don't have to have these on. I put them on just for funsies. Matter of fact, I'm just going to take them off. There's no point, really. Sport details, unequip. I put them on because it's, it's hers. They're hers. But, yeah, we don't need them. No need for that. You won't need them against Ant-Man. Unless your Wasp has, like, maybe 1 cover, you probably shouldn't need a support. Wasp outclasses Ant-Man in very many ways. But if you, the viewer, has problems using your current built Wasp to beat Ant-Man, drop me comments, drop me some information here, some comments here on Twitch or on the YouTube. Comment there where the videos will be posted as well, and I'll be sure to try to help you in any way I can. Ready? I'm not. Psych, I forgot to turn the animations on. What a silly person. There we go. Okay, that's better. Comfy cozy? I am. 1, 2, 3, go. Great movies, bad MPQ. That's an interesting way to look at it. I think she's the best of the MPQ Ant and Waspman characters for sure. But then again, Yellow Jacket's pretty good too, if we're talking 5 stars as well. Where do I move with this? I think this yellow's probably good. Gee, no blue matches. There's one. Oh, guess who took it? Scott Lang. That dirty. Anyways. I don't see... Oh, here we go. Here's a purple. Had to think of where I was going to get some AP that was usable. He can have all that red. Who cares about the red? Not in this fight. Get some of his black. Yellow Jacket is pretty darn good when you use him correctly. But again, if he doesn't get his invisibility out, or, if he just doesn't do the right things or get the right AP, he's kind of sunk as well. He doesn't have so much passive love that he just wins automatically like certain 5 stars do. Where are my yellows, blues, and blacks? They just don't exist. I'm going to make a chain reaction for funsies then. And he took a black. He has no use for black. I guess he's just trolling me right now. I don't need the purple, but I almost want to take it so he can't. But then he'll take the yellow. So, yeah, let's not do that. What could I take that wouldn't help him? I think this team up down here wouldn't help him. I mean, he would take the purple, though. But that won't get him anywhere. So let's just do this. He'll take the yellow. Yeah, there's not a good match around here. I guess I'll take this red. Fine. I had to make him do... Ah, now there's a blue. Ooh, I take the blue. I take the blue. This board is painful. I don't like this board. This board makes me bored. Here we go. Now we got the buzzing sound going. Yay, animations. Oh, he's shrinky dinking. Someone put him in the oven. He's a shrinky dink. Okay. So he shrunk, and this is something I always found kind of weird. Ant-Man's supposed to shrink down to super, well, I don't know, ant-like size, right? Why isn't he invisible in this game? Doesn't that basically count as invisibility for all intents and purposes? Like, just make a single invisibility thing, right? If I get 2 more blue AP, I'm firing this this black off at him. I'm doing that first. Uh-oh. Falcon could see him. Oh, that's good point by you, John. But that's not everyone. Are you saying like the Blob could see him? Like, I don't know. Falcon has enhanced, headgear or whatever. Man, this board sucks. I'm just gonna do this. There's a yellow match I can make. I don't see any good cascades with it, so I'll just do it now. That's annoying. Okay, so I'm stealing AP, which is nice. I didn't steal enough blue yet, though, ma'am. You want to get on that, ma'am? We're going to do this because we could really use this. But I used all his swarm tiles. See, that's kind of... It's like good and bad. Like he fueled me, which wouldn't have happened before. That's like a way you could counter the Ant-Man and Wasp now is to use your own Ant-Man or Wasp to take their swarm tiles. It's kind of weird. Anyways, do I take the red for no darn reason? I think I do. I mean, I have so much black, I could just nuke him to death right now, but I really want the animations and effects. I guess it's time to nuke him. He's been cute long enough, right? So here we go. It's only 3,000 damage because I only had a level 3, remember? I like the black and yellow better. But this is enough to stun him. I always thought that image of her looked really funny because she looks like she's scared or something. Like, ah! Oh, God! They see me. Okay, I'm just going to match him to death now. Oh, I forgot the countdowns were like underneath those Wasp tiles. It's kind of interesting. Anything else I can get out of this for fun? No? Not at all? Curious, wouldn't a 4-star Doc Ock put Ant-Man in his place? You know, that's not a bad thought. He might. Let's just get him over with. I don't know. I guess so. Because he would remove all enemy specials, and swarms count as specials, right? I mean, that's what Doc Ock does. He kind of nerfs everyone. I think you're right, Mark. I think Mark wins again. He gets the gold star for pointing out who nerfs everybody. Anyway, I think you're right, dude. Yeah, swarm. I would think swarm equals special. The only tiles I don't think that count when it comes to specials is traps. I don't think traps count because Mighty Thor doesn't target them. I guess that's the real test. If you could use 4-star Doc Ock or Mighty Thor, because if Mighty Thor's charge tile shenanigans target swarm tiles, then you know it counts too. It's the same thing, same language, same lingo. Because I know Mighty Thor doesn't target traps. Her stuff goes right around them, just ignores them, which what allows Mr. Sinister and Arcade and stuff like that to actually be somewhat viable against Mighty Thor, even though they still don't put out the damage like she does. Anyways, does Ox stop multiple man? Man, I need to be able to run a simulation on that one. Because multiple man theoretically makes strikes, attacks, and protects. Not to mention traps and black countdowns. Yes, I had to think about it there for a minute. So I could see where he would get rid of those, except for the traps, maybe. But since they're dupes, they could only be removed. No, he would. He would have to get rid of them because Mighty Thor gets rid of the dupes too. But she doesn't do it quick enough. It's just Multiple Man creates dupes so fast she can't keep up with them. Believe you me, I've done this a bunch. Multiple Man can create dupes so fast. He can crowd the board faster than Mighty Thor can get rid of it. That being said, I would think that Doc Ock would get rid of dupes then because Mighty Thor also targets them and gets rid of them. Probably the only exception would be the trap ones, which is what, the yellow and the purple ones. So I think it's the yellow and purple ones are traps, and then the black ones are the countdowns. Anyways. What's that? Anyways. Yeah, you did. You stopped me for a second. God dang it. Well, people know how to fast forward on YouTube. Thanos, 5-star Thanos. I love how we're going to go with Wasp against Thanos. I think that's kind of a silly fight, especially since Thanos is cheating here with 555. But you know what? Ant-Man did it and he didn't win. Thanos is not that much better. No, that's a joke. Thanos is actually a pretty decent character in this game, all things considered. But in a one-on-one fight, he kind of loses a lot of his luster. We all know what he does. 5-star Thanos is all about that big old black court death. The rest of it is second fiddle to it, but his infinite power purple is something to be reckoned with. If he gets that infinite power out, then our Wasp will stop making those blue countdowns and stop having fun stealing AP. We don't want that to happen. So, here we go. Let's heal her up. All patched up, ready to go. Let's go. Ant-Man defeats Thanos theory works with Wasp too. Yeah, I would think so. So I need blue. I don't see any blue. I do see other colors, like this purple into red into yellow combo. With a little bit of black on the side. That was nice. Give me that blue. Now, unfortunately, he's going to grab some of this purple. And I'm just going to let him. But hopefully I can get enough blue in time to start stealing that AP back. We don't want him to get too much of that purple. That's going to really suck. Let's do that. Of course it dropped some purple for him. Why wouldn't it? That's just like common sense, right? That's what I would do if I were the computer. Let's create some tiles. Okay, blue. You like how I just dropped purple right there for him? It's pretty amazing. It's like astounding, actually. Let's get some more blue so we can do our stun eventually. It's like almost like the computer wanted that to happen. It's so crazy. Anyways. Oh, this match 4 yellow goes right through my strike. That's nice too. And I don't think there's anything I could do to save that. Well, I guess I could do this and see if he doesn't match it away. There you go. I get to keep it. Let's go with that. How lucky for the game. I know, right? The game just... Oh, man. It's like wiping the sweat off its digital brow. Oh, that was so close. The player almost got me. Shucks. There we go. Got rid of my strike. Jerk. Okay, one more round of this BS, and then we can go ahead and cast again. Give me some tiles. Woohoo! Now what stinks is while we have this red projectile out here, my yellow is just going to change it into a strike. But it's okay. It'll change it into a stronger strike. And we'll take that. So now it does 1,092 more. I mean, that's a nice thing. Let's get rid of that purple. We don't want to revisit that nightmare. Now we don't want to match our own thing over there on the side. Aww. I don't have many choices. I gotta do this, which gives him a black match. Oh, he actually took the green. Okay. He's actually gonna go for that. He's gonna cast his green ability. Look at that. That's cute. He thinks he's gonna get it off or something. He says come and get me, but I don't think he really means it. Because here comes the sting. Ooh, with that extra strike damage. That was nice. Take this. There we go. See, all done. Nightmare gone bye-bye. Working on Negative Man for science. Want to see if his special works for April Parker or if I'm missing something. I'm curious. I will be over there in the roster with you in a second, Mark. Curious what you mean by that. But by the way, that was Wasp, or 4-star Wasps, Crashes of the Titans. Cool. Now I gotta indulge myself here. Mark just mentioned April Parker, which would be 3-star. Was it what was it? Red, purple, black? Nope, I don't know her colors by heart yet. Dang. Blue, purple? Nope, I'm just not good at this one yet. I have to learn her colors. Okay, just go to the bottom of it. I have to learn April's colors. There you are. Jeez, I forgot she has like bad guy colors. Purple, black, green. I know, John. I knew you were going to speak up on that. Purple, black, green. It throws me off that she's like a good guy character, but she has bad guy colors. Because purple, black, green is like such a bad guy color scheme in this game. You don't see this color scheme on any good guys, generally speaking. So, let's see here. Multiple Man, you say. Now, Multiple Man does the thing where he creates tiles, unless he has 6 or more, then he destroys them all, huh? At the start of our turn, let's see. So, create 3 strings. Wait. When April Parker takes damage, create some projectiles. Okay. At the start of our turn, depower 3 random enemy striker projectiles. Meh, that's okay. Let's put this up to 5. Never related colors to alignment? Yeah, look around. You see like a lot of good guys have red, yellow, green, or red, yellow, blue. It's like some sort of like patriotic thing half the time. You know, red, white, and blue. You get the idea. I always get like the idea of like, how do I say it? Just like what they're going for as an image of the character. Like Negative Man, for example, has yellow and black, which is like light colors, right? You have white and black, and yellow is the lightest spendable AP they have besides Team Up. So they're going for light colors, much like how Cloak and Dagger have yellow and black. It's just kind of like the imagery of what they're going for when they make the character. April Parker flies into a symbiote powered assault, recklessly convert to 6 friendly projectiles. I don't care. Deal damage to target. They destroy 3 random enemy special tiles. This ability costs 1 less for each enemy special tile. I'm not sure what you're going for, Mark. Deal damage to target. They destroy 3 random enemy special tiles. Costs 1 less for each enemy special tile. It's like the Alliance Clubhouse. I guess it can be, yes. That's funny. April Parker and Carnage, but was running into a brick wall. What's up, Dark? Good to see you, man. April Parker and Carnage running into a brick wall. Why? Not why the brick wall, but what's the attraction here? Is it for the cost 1 less for each enemy special tile? Minimum cost 8. So this green would go down to 8, and that's, I mean, that's nice, but it's only 8. Oh, it goes down to 7 at level 5. Okay, so let's give it its due. Deal damage to target, just deal 5 random enemy special tiles. Okay. Convert 6 random friendly protect tiles to strength enemy attack tiles and deal damage to target. I'm not so sure I see it that clearly. Like, it looks like from what you're doing here, and tell me if I'm wrong here, Mark. It seems like you want April Parker to tank so she can make these protectiles, and then that those protectiles could also be converted to attack tiles when she takes the eventual damage from the enemy tiles that Carnage is putting out. And then those enemy tiles are also helping to fuel her not so friendly. And I can see where that's all going, but it's very convoluted. Like it would take a few turns to get rolling. What I don't get is where Negative Man fits into all this. His yellow destroys all the friendly tiles on the board and dealing a lot of damage based on what's out there. But I mean, you don't need April Parker for that, right? I think April Parker is only adding in some projectiles if she takes damage. I mean, unless that's what you're going for. I feel like you would get more bang for your buck just sticking with your Polaris shtick. I mean, unless you're just doing like mad scientist lab stuff. Let's try to find team synchronization, but it's not always so simple finding a team where everyone gets to shine. This is true. That is so true. With the pick 2 lineup that carries the required character. You know, I hate to say it, Dark, but I feel like that's kind of what they go for nowadays. Which you all to mad science. Okay, well then more power to you, Mark. I am never gonna like talk down on that. Yeah, Dark, just to point to your point here, these event quests like mine are done for the day, but the ones that sit up here and say like, oh, get 50 web tiles with silk, or may get 20 wins with insert character here, right? It just screams out to me, well, that's a pick 2. give me a pick 2 team, and then I'll put in that character for a little bit of funsies and get my rewards. But that's just my thoughts on it, because what are you going to do? You're really going to stress out about those extra wins? No, just run it during your PvE. I literally go into here, I'll run an easy node, like one of these level 65s, and then I'll run like, oh, I need countdown tiles, right? So let's go, red, yellow, green, get me out some sentry. There's my countdown tiles. Now let's throw some weak sauce in there. Let's clear that out. I'm going to do some 3s. Just throw some weak sauce in just to keep them busy for a moment. I don't know. Get you and you in here. There you go. And I'm doing this for no good reason right now. I don't need to do this. Oh, look at that. I have my green AP because of Atlantis. And I forgot I had the animations on still. But there you go. I have a bunch of countdown tiles. And I'll just go in here and complete the node and go back in over and over again. Just constantly doing that because that's what the event thing tells me to do. So, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's kind of how I run most of these event quests. Anyways, team damage for the win. Yeah, Medusa, Negative Man, and 5-star Captain Marvel. Yeah, that's a good one too. Dark's a philanthropist. Been knocking those out fast. When, oh my god, okay. Dang, Dark, I didn't even see you do that up there. I've been busy staring at the screen. And what? Jeez, man. Thanks for the gifted sub, dude. That's awesome. So good. Spam easy notes till finished. Yep, definitely. Okay. Anyways, let me just clear these out. That dude needs to go away real fast. He will. I could probably just cast one of these reds and call it a day, right? There you go. Take a bite out of crime. Something like that. She says that, right? Anyways. Okay, but that's just how I treat the event nodes. We already did the Crash the Titans. We're all good. My music stopped. I think that's my cue to get done with this. Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining, guys. Thank you, Dark, for the gifted sub. I feel bad cutting this short right now, but I do have my cue, and I probably should get to bed before work. Anyways, I will. Yes, John. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks as always. Good night, everybody.